What's up guys, Barrygaming here, back with some more Infinite Magicraid, and today we're going to talk about something I think that a lot of people do not realize, and that has to do with the campaign. Now, as you know, you can collect stars based on how you perform in campaign. There's a couple ways to cheat the system, especially if you're a newer player and you don't, like adding more heroes to your team isn't necessarily a good thing if they're not going to provide much support or damage or anything like that, because not only do you get those bonus star rewards, but there's something else that really matters. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Thank you so much for everybody that subscribed so far. We're literally 50 subscribers away from 15,000. So make sure you guys take 1 second, hit that subscribe button. Once we hit 15,000, we're going to be posting a video talking about a bunch of giveaways we're going to start doing for probably like around 20,000 subscribers. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's get going. So just as a quick recap, I'm pretty sure everybody knows when you go into the world map, you have this entire list of rewards based on the number of stars you get to ultimately get yourself a Catherine copy. You can get 4 of them, I believe, in total, right? Or maybe 5 total, so you can actually max her fully out. Just from PvE game modes, you cannot summon for her, and you really want her along with some of these other rewards. You get some pretty cool gear sets for like PvP. This one's really cool. Leech and Attack. Bloodthirsty is amazing for so many of your hard carries in the early game. And of course, behind me is where you set, and you can see how many stars you've gotten in every single mode. Now, beyond just these rewards, there's something even more important, and that is if you come back out of here and you click on your little chest down the bottom right hand corner for auto rewards, you can kind of see what you want to sell automatically right up here in the gear. You can tell, oh, this is a double XP event where you can get double of everything, as well as protection swords from idle battles. You can do your quick drop. There's one very important thing. You notice your auto drops actually have a level. In a lot of games, your auto drops are based on the level of your account, not in Infinite Magicraid. In Infinite Magicraid, it is depending on how many of those stars. So you'll notice we have 1273 out of 1320. Oh, what do you know? 1273. Yeah, the 1440 is the total. So you notice there are additional levels you can go up to. You can actually go up to auto drops all the way up to level 13. And more importantly than the coins, the adventure XP, is the heroes, because a lot of your fodder in this game is going to come from auto drops, not necessarily summons. The marketplace and auto drops are 2 amazing places to generate food on your account. And as you can see, the further in levels you get, the higher tier of heroes. So the 1-star heroes, 2-star heroes, 3-star heroes, and 4-star epic heroes are droppable. 4-star come into a play, of course, at a very low drop rate at level 12. So it's very important to try to push through hell. That's why people say campaign is #1, the most important progression system in the game, because of this. It's not just to like unlock different tiers and unlock different things in the dungeon, which is a consideration because each one of these unlock at a different difficulty. But beyond that is your food generation is going to be coming from this. So #1, that's really important. I've just started to, the past day or so, kind of grind out and see what I can get here. You can kind of see all the rewards you've collected in the past. But with this event, you can kind of use this as a double resource. So of course, getting stars is important, and of course, going to the right behind me, there's like an icon behind me. You can click, and this can change to what difficulty you want. Essentially what you want to do in an event like this, because by doing battles in campaign, you can get up to 500 shields of faith additionally every single day beyond the 200 you collect. What you want to do is you just want to come in here and just throw in like the most offensive teams you possibly can in reality, just like something like this, and just do the battle, because you want to 3-star every level eventually. Of course, the hell ones are much more difficult to clear, but there are a couple reasons why you might not be getting as many stars as you really want to. And yeah, let's go over that. Let's get our 1-star here, our additional star, to clear this out. There we go. We did manage to hit that 3-star. Not too bad. We'll go back to our screen here. So you'll notice one very important thing is sometimes you might beat the level, but you're like, wait, why am I missing stars here? Well, that comes down to a couple different things. You can see every single stage has the same 3 stars. I don't think it ever changes, even in a lot of different game modes. Number 1 is simply clear the stage. So you beat the stage, you get a star guaranteed. Number 2 is clearing the stage with no heroes killed. What that means is your ally heroes dying. Now, if you have like an A5 holder and maybe like a Liz supporter, but then everything else you have are just level 100 heroes. If you're trying to clear the stages, you want to only use your main heroes that you need to clear the stage, because adding in the fodder might feel good, but in reality, that's number 1, making it very difficult for them to not die in battle. And number 2, clearing the stage within 60 turns is very difficult a lot of times, depending on the battle, because you'll notice here, when we jump into combat, it's literally counting every single attack. So you'll notice 1, 2, then we come up to this one, we go up to 3, 4, because that's the other thing. Heroes that have these multi-turn use abilities, like Valkyrie. Valkyrie, she goes into her Super Saiyan form, but then that uses a turn, and then she gets another turn to attack. This can cause a lot of issues, especially if you're using the auto battler, and there is a little trick to kind of get around that. Let's finish this one out here ourselves as well, just so we can kind of clear out. We're farming stars. We want to get to that level 12, because level 12 is very important to start having the potential of generating 4-star heroes. But yeah, 60 turns total. It adds up fast because that also includes enemy turns, as you'll see here. So you'll see we attack, Lucifer attacks, that's a turn. You see Focus attack, that takes a turn. Those all add up, and if you have additional heroes in your lineup that really aren't doing anything, it's actually hurting your progression, like by a bit. So one thing that you can do to try to help with the turn timer limit is you can try to control the way your auto battler does combat, especially if you're like me. I'd rather do auto battle like all the time. If I can't, then I can't. But one thing you can do is when you come into combat here, you can hit this preset lineup button. Now this doesn't only just set what heroes you want in there. You can also click this little controller to the left and customize and tell them what abilities you want to use on what waves, what abilities you want them to just simply not use. So like in my example, this is like my boss battle setup. I never want my Serena using Sacred Feather because I don't need the shield, and it's losing a turn of doing at least single target damage. So you can tell it to do banned, never use this on wave 1. It's helpful for bosses. What you can also do is tell it like Flying Feathers. This is the preferred always use ability for every wave. If it's available, I want to use it right away, and just that's the preferred. I want to do that. If you want to, you can set it back to default or whatever, or just your previous. Passives are passives. There's a lot of cool different buttons you can do here. You can make it your last choice so that like technically it will use it, but you might not need to. So it's a nice little trick to try to help out and make sure that you're claiming 3 stars on every single one of these. So hopefully these tips help you guys out. If you guys were not aware about that auto battle loot that you get at the end of every day, well, now you know, and it is a very important one to try to get to that 1320 so you can start collecting 4-star epic heroes. I mean, heck, you can even get like holders and whims from it, which is pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's a limitation on what heroes you can get, but pretty important. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you learned a little something today. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.